Saturday's soon upon us. Thanks for doing the interview today. Before we do, Ickleford, sad news.
Yeah, it's disappointing when you see a side go. They were a good side, and obviously they run from the back of being Marabisi. But we know what it's like. You know, we experienced a bit of this last year, where you don't get the commitment from the players, and there's a lot of work goes in from in the background. A lot of people put in a lot of effort, and I feel for them really more than anything, because I know that they've obviously set this up. They've put everything together. They've got the kits, they've got the pitch sorted, they've got everything else going, and you just don't get that commitment from players anymore. And it's just such a shame, because the game, if we don't do something about it, if players don't start taking responsibility for turning up and helping out the team, if they're signing something, be committed and do it. You know, we've got some very good clubs in these leagues that are setting the stall out. You know, they really are. But you know, there's so much work to be done, and the volunteers are needed as well to keep it going. It's a shame.
Let's hope we see them again soon, maybe next year.
Yeah, all come here.
Okay then. Well, before we talk about Crawley Green last week, disappointing result.
Yeah, we didn't get out the traps early. It's a shame. They were on the back of a few bad performances themselves, I'm sure. They come out, had a go at us. We had no answers. They got their noses in front. They're experienced lads, and they've done a job on us really. Second half, we picked up the first 20 from half time. You can't play 20 minutes in a game of football and expect to go and win. You know, fair play to Beds, I say, but yeah, we're well below par, and it needs to be far better this week.
And so on today, Crawley Green.
Yeah,
good outfit.
Yeah, they are. Like we say, we were only saying earlier, weren't we, that we've played them in the cup final once before. You know, they've always been decent, and you know they'll be expecting something from today. You know, we've got players missing, but we had players missing last week. We seem to have a 16, but it's never regular, and that's going to really affect us if that carries on. But this week we'll go out. We're going to change things a little bit. We're going to change a bit of shape. We're going to have a little chat to them, and we're going to try and get them up for this week, because they didn't start well enough last week. And if you start like that this week, they'll be outside by half time.
How's the injury list at the moment? We've got a few, I think.
Yeah, we've got a few crying off with a few little niggles, and we've got a few people that want to do other things. But like we said, we talked about Ickleford. You know, that's the problem in football at the moment, especially in the local leagues. But we've got enough. We've got enough. These lads are good lads. They're good players. You know, they try. They give it their all. They come training. They work hard. They've got a good attitude. They're a great dressing room to be in. But you know, at the end of the day, you're judged on your results sometimes. You can't keep going through games going, we were unlucky. We need to really start to work and get them.
But this is a tough league, isn't it, Wesley?
I said it to him at the beginning. Like I said, we've done pre-season, went through it, and I said to him from the start, Division 1's hard. I know we've been in it. A couple of seasons ago, I was managing in it, and it's a tough league. And you will get a game. Every week you'll get a game, regardless where they are, from the top or the bottom. If you go in thinking you've got the points before you kick off, then you're gonna be embarrassed come into the game. So yeah, you're right. It's tough.
So we look forward to having a chat with you after the game then, Wesley.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well, man of the match, and hopefully a win.
Thank you.
Cheers.